Good day, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 264 of Sonic Boom TV. This is the Smashing Pumpkins, Mellon Collie and the Infinite Sadness box set opening video. This one I got in from my bud at Dead Broke Records. You can call him Mr. Dead Broke or Mike Bruno. He ordered these from VC Vinyl. He ordered this, and they did not say that there was any damage to them, and he bought them. And he was going to keep one for himself, I think, and resell one of them, or as many as he could get, I guess. Because this is like a $200 box set, I think, somewhere at least 160 or so, but I think it's like 200. But VC Vinyl was having some damage issues and stuff, and so when he got it, I think he said he got a refund on one of them, and then he couldn't sell this one as new, so he said he would sell it to me for the price that he paid for it, which was $50. So I bought it for $50. Here's your damage to it, if you can. Well, I don't know if you could see it. It's because there's not much. That corner got dinged. Somebody must have dropped it, or the case must have dropped, because it doesn't feel like it's very in there. But all the rest of the corners look nice. Everything looks nice. It's cool. Now, Smashing Pumpkins, they did the reissues of all their albums, and they changed the covers on every one of them for some reason. Not completely on all of them, but I don't know why they chose to do this when I got the CD. That is a much stronger cover, I think. I mean, you got the title and everything there, and you got that one picture of the little star angel girl. I don't know if she's an angel, she doesn't have any wings, but this girl coming out of the star. And, instead they put all these things, and I don't even know if this image is in the booklet and that. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. It's been a while since I pulled out the CD. But I really wanted this, but I just didn't want to pay the $50. Well, most of the time it was going for more than that when they said it wasn't damaged. And they didn't say this one was damaged either, but that night he must have just had a, good deal going or something. But anyway, so I wanted it because, this is one of my favorite albums from the 90s. And as far as Smashing Pumpkins goes, their first 4 albums are the ones that matter, as far as I'm concerned. I have most of their stuff on CD. Don't have everything. But some people will consider the next album, the Adore album, a good one as well. But I thought they kind of went off on a... they did this thing. They kind of went off on a tangent, I guess is the word I'm saying, because I went to see them on tour for this. It was the last show of the Mellon Collie and Infinite Sadness tour. They played in New Orleans it was like at Mardi Gras time, and they weren't planning on coming to New Orleans from what I remember. It was like they decided after the tour was about to end that they were going to add a date to New Orleans so they could come and basically end their tour and go to Mardi Gras. That's what I think happened. So I went to see them, and I remember the Frogs opened up. Who, if you don't know who the Frogs are, I got an EP. I wish I would have pulled it out. They're kind of funny, ridiculous, not really good music, but anyway, they had at least one EP, and they had some funny stuff on it. They opened, and Fountains of Wayne opened. And Fountains of Wayne quickly became one of my favorite bands. And this is well before Stacy's mom was on the radio and all that stuff. They had a song called Radiation Vibe, and it was the only song that I knew at the time. It was on the radio a little bit, and I loved it. And I was like, I got to get that CD. Well, I didn't get the CD until after the concert, like a couple weeks after or something. But when they played, now I only knew this one song that I'd heard a couple times. Every song was so catchy that you were singing by the end of it. Like, you knew the words. Like, it was they were awesome, and they all came out. And Smashing Pumpkins has a song Zero, and they had a shirt that just said Zero with a little star on it. and every one of them had this black T-shirt with the zero on it. So I thought that was kind of cool that they did that at the last night of the tour. They might have done it every night, I don't know, but I only saw that one night. So, and that was the only time I ever saw Smashing Pumpkins. So this album was loaded. I mean, it's got four records. 1, 4, 7, 11, 14, 18, 21, 25. It's got like 28 songs on it, so it was a it's a great album. Oh, I could have just looked at this. It's got 14 and 14. Could have added that better. But it had a lot of hits. Tonight, Zero. That's my favorite Smashing Pumpkins song of all. Zero. Bullet with Butterfly Wings. I have a live like bootleg album or whatever, unofficial, whatever you want to call it. People say I'm wrong for what I say is bootleg. But anyway, Bullet with Butterfly Wings. I had that on that album. It's called Red Rum. Before this was even out. What else we got? 33 was a hit. 1979. I think that might have been it. But this is a really, really good album, and it kind of goes across a lot of different, sounds and stuff. But at the end of that concert, they were, the things I remember is that they said that after the first hour, they were like, okay, we don't have any more hit songs that you would know. Y'all can leave now. And people actually got up and left, and they played for another 2 hours. They played for at least 3 hours in that show. And it was great. I mean, it was, we stayed the whole time. But they also said that they weren't going to be doing rock albums anymore, and they really didn't. I mean, they changed their style a lot. That's why I didn't like Adore that much. It wasn't what I wanted it to be, and then they just got weirder, and they did some, stuff that really wasn't, rock. I don't know. It just got weird, and they're still doing to this day. They're doing weird stuff, and I got most of it on CD. The last couple albums I haven't gotten at all. I wanted to buy them, and the way they released them got weird, and I just missed them. So I don't know if I'll get them anytime soon. But now I lost my track. I bought all the singles for this, and I also bought the box set, The Aeroplane Flies High, which has extra songs. There's probably it was weird. They did each CD for the singles. I think I have all of them except one that I bought from the stores before the box set came out. They all have 2 or 3 extra songs, I think. And then on the box set, I think they have even more additional songs to them, and some of those songs are really great. But I wanted to have at least the first 4 on vinyl, because those are the most important ones, and this is the last one I needed. So, and it's heavy, guys. It's 4 records and something else. Maybe there's a booklet and some other stuff. So we're going to bust it open and see what we got. And I thank you, Dead Broke, if you're watching. I'm glad you gave me this, man, because I really didn't want to pay $80, which a lot of them were going high like that, and then I think they kind of settled down to most of the time people are getting them for 60 or 70. But for me to get it for 50 with just a slight little bit of damage, happy as can be. Oh yeah, I see what they got in there. Okay, so we can crash that. Make sure nothing else is in there. Okay, so the back cover, much like the other records, is just this sheet of paper that fits in there. And then we've got the regular back cover. It says Made in Germany. So we'll look at the records first, and then the booklets. Okay, so we've got a record, side A and side B. Kind of neat stuff. I don't know if this is color vinyl or not. And we got printed inner sleeves. I think it's black. Yeah. What we got? We've got almost spilled the drink again. A little I think that's what's on one of the CDs. I got this little hand. Very, very good album. You know, it's got to be, as far as the '90s go, it's got to be on the top '90s albums. It just has to be. Oh. We got sleeves upon sleeves. I was like, what is this? So the next one, this one's got some nice artwork on it. We got these animals, rats and a rabbit, or maybe a squirrel, some frogs and people, and smoking a hookah. More strange symbols and such on the back. We've got a red version of the crazy wavy picture. We've got same little face, but I think it's the same face. Put that little mask. Smashing Pumpkins, they got lumped in. Well, no, they didn't get lumped in with grunge, but for some reason now, I see like side C and D. I see them listed as a grunge band. They were never grunge to me. They were never even thought of as grunge when they were out, you know, being popular, I should say. They were all just like an alternative rock band, and I don't get the comparison to grunge, except they were kind of popular at the same time. But excuse me. They were just, no, that's baseball. They were just there, you know, and they were doing their own thing. They never sounded like anything grunge to me. They had some heavy stuff going on, but not grunge. And I still to this day will not say that they're a grunge band. I don't understand where that ever came from, or who decided that. But you know, I also don't say Stone Temple Pilots are, and I can't remember anyone ever saying that Smashing Pumpkins was grunge back then. And really, I don't remember anybody saying Stone Temple Pilots was, but I used to call Stone Temple Pilots Stone Temple Pearl Jam because I felt like they were trying to be Pearl Jam. So anyway, besides that, side E and F. And then we've got some birds flying in a bird-shaped aeroplane. Flies high tonight. It's a nice little box set, guys. Not gonna lie. And for 50, I couldn't beat that. 50 with slight little bit of damage. Green face with that. And that's the records. Yeah, I would say this is my favorite Smashing Pumpkins album. You know, I really didn't get into them early on either, because I didn't know about them until Siamese Dream was out, and so I got into that one, and I was a little bit late to that game as well, but not real late. But then I went back and got some other stuff, and I had some cassettes this guy gave me, and I don't know, I think I still have them somewhere. But they were different. Like one of them, I think was called Rhinoceros or something like that, and it had a bunch of different songs on it. It might have been a single or something, but because I think they got a song called that, but I don't remember. I just know it had stuff on it, and I don't know what I did with it. So, but I had a couple other tapes too. Like there was a live album and stuff. I mean, it was probably not real, but you know, unofficial, bootleg, whatever. Anyway, we got this booklet with the traditional cover, and I think this is in the book, in the CD too. Got some write-ups and stuff, artwork, James Iha. Yeah, when he left the band, they really got kind of weird. And then he came back and they remained weird. This is nice though. Nicely done. if you want to see this art a little better, you'll have to pause on this. Darcy and James Eha and Jimmy Chamberlain, I think his name is, and what's his name now? Billy Corgan. Corrigan? I don't know. I always say Corrigan, but I think it's Corgan. I didn't realize she had a carrot in her hand. She was good looking back in the day. Might be, I don't know what she looks like these days, but she's probably still good looking. Somebody said that she when she plays in New Orleans, she plays naked on stage. Well, she didn't play naked for us, which would have been a thrill for all of us, I guess, you know, but didn't happen. Then see, that's nice too. That could have been a cover. That could have been the cover. That would have been nice. It's basically the same thing, the same head. It looks like, but a different. The head looks similar. So, can we do this without messing up the book too much? Yeah, it's pretty much the same head, different body. And all this artwork is on the those covers of the interior stuff. So I haven't listened to this in a while. Not that long. I mean, I listen to it every now and then, but it's just a long album, you know. So it's one of those things that you got to be in the mood for. And I was listening to the other ones that I got. So I've been when I knew I was going to get this, I was like, I'm not going to listen to it until I get it, because I'm going to listen to it on the records. But the booklet, this is a much smaller version, was in the CD with I think this is all just lyrics and drawings. Yeah, this is probably their most popular, most mainstream album as far as songs go. You know, they had a couple hits off of Siamese Dream as well that get heavy radio play, but I think this one's the one that made them known by everybody. And it's something weird about that. It's like a lot of bands, you know, on their fourth album, it's like their best album, and then something happens to them. We were discussing this a little bit on the Kansas Connection episode I did on Off the Charts, which would be out, I think, on Monday. Tonight. That's my singing, guys. And Smashing Pumpkins. And that's it for this album. You know, it's really nice. There's nothing on the inside got damaged, but just that little corner. You know, it's, if you can get it, I mean, get it. I don't know if there's any other way to get this without it being a 4LP box set. I don't know if they released anything else, any other versions of this. So it's gonna be kind of expensive if you can't get it. But go on Whatnot, find VC Vinyl. They got it. The tops of these are a little dinged as well. But you know that happened without the, you know, without that corner damage. That happened on its own, you know, in shipping or something. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm good with all that. But yeah, go on VC Vinyl. They still have them. They were selling some earlier tonight, and I think they were going for like $60 and $70. They said they think they were autographed, but I don't think so. I think they were. I think they're full of crap with the autograph stuff, to be honest with you. But they said they saw something that looked like a heart with an SP. Well, that's their logo, or one of their logos anyway. I think that's what they saw. So I don't think they're selling an autograph version of it. I think they just thought they saw something that looked similar to an autograph, which was that. And now I can't get it back together. But yeah, guys. I mean, if you're into alternative rock that sometimes is heavy, sometimes is kind of mellow. I wouldn't say poppy, because it's not pop. I mean, there are some songs that are very popular from them, but it's not like pop music, you know. But a very good thing. Good album. Glad to have it. Glad to only have paid $50 for it. You know, and I don't say that lightly because I don't pay $50 for many albums. I can't do it. It's I don't make the kind of money to do that. I mean, I buy a lot of records. I'll say that. I leave myself thin a lot, which I'm doing right now. Be honest with you guys. And so, but for this, for 4 records, $50, even 60, I think is worth it. You know, on vinyl, because you know that's what vinyl costs these days. You know, I can't get that back in there. But yeah, so get it if you can. And you know, if you're not on Whatnot, I don't know how much you'll pay for it. I mean, like I said, I think it's $160 to $200, something like that. And you know, I wouldn't pay that much for it. I love it, but I don't want to pay that much for it. There's a lot of things in this world I love that I won't pay that kind of money for. It's just something I just never have, if that's the case. But anyway, I got this, and I got the other first 3, so I'm good as far as Smashing Pumpkins goes. As far as having to get the vinyl, I mean, I would try to get others if they're available. They had a door actually, but I passed on it that day. But you know, there's nothing after this that is important to me from them. But there are albums that I kind of like, you know, not as much as the early stuff, but I kind of like, and you know, others that I don't like at all. So, you know, that's that. So anyway, Smashing Pumpkins, Mellon Collie and the Infinite Sadness, great album. Get it if you can. If you already got it, you probably love it too. And that's it for this episode. Talk to you guys later. Bye.